Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, one and all. Happy Friday. Steve Migs, I feel like complaining. I'm not going to lie.
You feel like complaining?
I spent so much time in the garden the last couple days.
Yesterday, you bitched about your slow-ass husband on the road. Now, what's today's problem?
I'm just sore from gardening, which is so lame. Like, this is 40.
Dude, it was so funny because yesterday my wife had a play date with Tatum and some friends. So they were going over to, like, the farmer's market. So I had the afternoon free, which is rare. So I was like, I should probably do some work outside. I got to still pressure wash some stuff in the backyard. I was like, I could do all this stuff. And I was just like, it's really nice out. I think I'm just going to sit on a chair and outside and just absorb some vitamin D. So that's exactly what I did.
Nothing to complain about there.
So I'm not complaining at all.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
Although I came in this morning, and every morning sometimes I'll try and listen or check out Jimmy Kimmel's monologue from the night before, and we got called out.
What did we do?
Something that we did yesterday at this time ended up leading to us getting called out.
Oh, my gosh.
So here's what we did yesterday, in case anyone missed it.
Good morning and happy May.
It's already May.
It's May.
I know. I looked at my wife yesterday. I was like, yeah, tomorrow's May.
I don't know how that happened.
And then I'm watching Jimmy Kimmel, and this happens.
Another thing you have to do when you host a morning news program is express a sense of amazement every time we start a new month. And with that said, on May the 1st, it is time for our now beloved tradition, the Can You Believe What Month It Is montage. May 1st is here.
Can you believe it?
No, I truly cannot.
May 1st. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it at all.
I cannot believe it's May already.
Can you believe we've already made it to May?
Can you believe it? We've already made it to May.
Can you believe May is already here?
Can you believe May is already here? Can you believe it's May? Holy cow.
Can you believe it's May?
Can you believe it? It's May.
Can you believe it, May? Can you believe it's already May?
Can you believe it? It's hard to believe.
Hard to believe. Already May.
Hard to believe that we're already at May.
Hard to believe we're already in May.
Yeah.
Hard to believe it's May already. Happy birthday, SpongeBob.
It's
hard to believe May already.
Oh, hold on a second. SpongeBob's birthday as well? We missed that?
Gosh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's going to be.
It's going to be May. It's going to be May.
It's gonna be May.
So we became those people.
God dang it.
I blame Taryn.
Yeah, me too.
She's the problem.
You know what's going to happen? She's going to come in during the summertime, and first break of the show, she's going to go, hot enough for you?
It's just so predictable.
I think it's just a rite of passage. When we all get old, we all say the same exact things about, it's like when all else fails, talk about the weather or talk about how time is flying by.
Well, would you like to talk about something else and help me inform the Rockaholics?
Let's go.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download,
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Pal Salon. Good thing May the 4th is on Sunday. Otherwise, we'd probably be doing that on Monday morning as well. Happy May the 4th.
Oh,
May the 4th
May the
be with
4th
you.
be with you.
Hey, but today, it's a very important day. Everybody, it's time for us to take off our pants. It's National No Pants Day.
Oh, it's like Winnie the Pooh Day.
Or Donald Duck.
There's a
there
lot.
goes Danny.
Danny, God! My eyes!
Hey, the Seahawks are going to get more of our money because they're coming out with another jersey, and I know I'm going to be a sucker for it. I'm sure Danny V will be a sucker for it as well.
Well, if you're both buying it, I have to buy it. I don't want to be left out.
Right. It's their new rivalries uniforms, and they're going to be happening this year as part of a league-wide initiative by the NFL and Nike. I guess the initiative is to make more money from their fans. It's inspired by local communities and historical roots, and the new design will be worn during a home game against a divisional rival. So, I'd imagine it'd be like us against the San Francisco 49ers or something along those lines. But I'm excited to see what these jerseys are going to look like. I already bought a new Seahawks jersey, though.
What one did you buy?
Ernest Jones the fourth, baby.
Did you?
Rocking number 13 this season.
gosh.
Well, Gino's gone. I need a new guy.
This is your guy.
Yes.
And this is our year.
It always is our year.
Jerry Seinfeld is going to be in town. He's coming to Paramount Theater here in Seattle on July 19th. He's doing a 24-stop tour and making one appearance at the Emerald City. The tickets start at $116, but if you want to go VIP, which includes limo service and some pre-show hospitality, you get to pay $1,749 for that ticket.
Yo, for that kind of money, I bet that hospitality better be of the adult variety.
Can you do a Jerry Seinfeld impression?
What's the deal with all these ticket prices?
That was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was bad.
It was actually pretty awful. Although you'll appreciate what happened. Your new favorite band, Fish.
Yes.
Did you see that they did a little spoof on Jerry
yes.
Seinfeld? Oh, you did
Watched
see
this
it?
right before bed last night. Brad was showing me.
It was on John Mulaney's late night show. I guess Everybody's Live, and they had the members of Fish dressed up like the members of Seinfeld. So it was Trey, Mike, John, and Paige. And then they impersonated the four iconic characters. I don't know if their impression was any better or any worse than mine, but here, check it out.
Can you believe credit history?
I hate credit history.
It's credit, it's history.
You are never going to believe who I saw at the gym.
Jerry, you're never going to believe who I saw at the gym.
It's crazy that the members aren't getting high anymore, because it sure as hell seems like they're making decisions based on cannabis.
1,000%.
I saw that Seinfeld was coming. I was like, that'd be a lot of fun to go check out. And then I saw the price of the tickets, and I'm like, I don't really need to see Jerry Seinfeld that bad.
The ticket prices are just outrageous anymore. No matter where you're going or what you're doing, just go see local bands at local venues.
What about local comics?
Maybe local
comedy
comics.
clubs?
That is a good deal right there.
But he's definitely on that list of like, I would love to see him perform live. There's certain comedians that you're like, of course, Dane Cook, but thankfully I got to see him live.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to react to that. Steve.
Honestly, he was actually pretty awesome. But Jerry Seinfeld, and then I know you guys are going to make fun of me for this one, Carrot Top. I really want to see Carrot Top.
So you've
live.
not seen Carrot Top?
No, he's on my comic bucket list.
It's like, okay, do you know anybody who has seen him? Does he get glowing reviews?
I've heard he's awesome live.
Really?
I've heard it from people I don't know, but I saw it on the internet that people thought he was hilarious live.
Who has been your favorite comedian you've ever seen live?
Oh, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, nice.
Mitch was a friend of the old show that I used to be on, and he would come in all the time. Awesome dude. So whenever he would come to town, I would go see almost all of his shows. Like, he would do this place called Giggles, and he would do 4 shows, and I would end up at least 2 of those shows that weekend.
That's awesome.
Although one time I wasn't at the show that he was performing at, because he would know that I would always go and we'd hang out afterwards and talk, and he did an entire bit about me at the show that I wasn't at.
Wow.
He's like, it's Steve here. And I'm like,
crickets.
Nothing. And then later on I went to when he goes, it's Steve here. And I'm like, yeah. At first I didn't know he was talking about me. I was like, it's
there's a lot of Steves out there.
Right. So I'm just like, it's not talking about me. He's like, Steve from the radio. I was like, yeah, Mitch, I'm here. Cool. Last time I asked for you, you weren't here. Oh. And then he just starts going off of how I'm like, what is happening? But
oh, my God.
What about you?
Amy Schumer's always been a favorite of mine, but Nate Bargatze, last time he was in town,
he's coming.
Yes, he's playing Climate Pledge now, but when he came last time, he played in Everett, so it was a lot smaller venue. Now he's big leagues, man.
Big league. Danny, Comic that you've always wanted to see, or one that you're glad that you've seen.
Oh, the one that I'm glad I've seen, Mateo Lane. If you've never heard of him, he's great, fantastic.
I think I heard of him because of you.
Yeah, probably my favorite is Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh,
I love Fluffy.
He's doing a show with Joe Coy, and I'm like, those are like the two most likable guys in comedy doing a show together.
At SoFi Stadium. It's probably going to sell out.
Field trip, guys. Field trip.
We're going to have a great day today. Low 70s. Going to be sunny as well. That is the DMD, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Plus the Mariners hopefully continue their winning ways tonight in Texas. And that's the DMD, and that's what's up.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
Tomorrow is the day, Rockaholics. We are going to be in Puyallup in the hometown of Mr. Steve Migs at the Red Dog Sunrise Village. Steve, tell people what we're calling it.
We are calling it Sunrise de Mayo.
Bring your kids, bring your dogs, and get all the party info at KISW.com.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed. Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
Earlier this week, I was sharing a story about how the cops just rolled up to my house the other day, saying that they got a series of phone calls from my husband's phone, even though he was nowhere near his phone. His phone was in the house. He was outside. So we ended up getting some texts about this because it turns out we're not the only ones who this has happened to.
Yeah, someone texted and said, some people are saying it's like a form of like swatting that people, I don't understand what that's all about, but somebody, I guess, got pissed. Someone said that someone got pissed off at my kid. He was online playing video games, and the guy who was in Nevada called 911 from a phone that was pinging at my house, claiming that he was locked in my basement. So at midnight, seven cop cars, all in SWAT gear, showed up to our house with AKs, going to break down my door. It was very jarring, the absolute worst, especially when you're naked in bed and somebody's trying to break down your door. Oh, no. So do you think somebody maybe doesn't like you guys and decided, you know what, they figured out a way to get the cops to show up?
I mean, it sounds like that could very well be it, get a little prank action.
Because a lot of people were thinking, does he have like an Apple Watch? But neither one of you are Apple users. So
we're also not cool enough to have a smartwatch.
Oh, okay.
We don't have one.
Well, that answered that question. And somebody also said my son's phone also would do phantom calls to 911. So I don't know. Is this a thing?
It was so weird because we were sitting there with the police officer and we opened up his phone and looked at his outgoing calls and there was nothing to 911. So
another person said my phone weirdly called 911 once. The operator said that they needed to send somebody over to check on us. I said I was driving on the interstate.
That's come on over. Weird. I'm not home.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
So you talked about it earlier this week. Have you figured it out?
No, and we've heard there's been no other cop arrivals at my house. Like, I think it was just this one fluke thing on a sunny afternoon.
I mean, your stepson was in town. Maybe he was pranking you guys.
He was.
He's like, you know what? I'm not a fan of this new mom.
She's the worst.
Dad, I'm going to show you. None of it.
But it was very exciting for my 5-year-old son to have, a sheriff at our house.
Oh, dude.
He was pumped.
I can only imagine, because Tatum just recently had the cops come to our school for educational purposes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was Tatum doing, Steve?
Yeah, she's got this new business where she's selling some, herbal teas. Let's just say, no. And she thought it was the coolest thing because she got like a little police hat and a little sticker. So if a cop showed up to our house, I think she would be very fired up.
It is a very exciting thing for a small child. So has anything like this ever happened to you? Obviously, we've gotten some texts about it, but we want to hear if anyone has ever dealt with a similar situation to what we experienced, or just in general, Why were the cops called to your house? 206-803-ROCK.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Why were the cops called to your house? 206-803-ROCK. Or did you ever have a similar issue like we had? Maybe swatting or phantom calls to 911. 206-803-ROCK. We will take those calls after Beck. Have you ever been swatted by 911 calls? Has your phone ever made phantom calls to the police? If you've ever dealt with something like this, like my husband and I just did, call in now, 206-803-ROCK. Or just why were the cops called to your house?
Yeah.
We want to hear the story, 206-803-ROCK. Now, you guys asked me if I had Apple Watches.
Right.
We don't, but someone on hold does. But first, let's talk to Chris from Smoky Point. Chris, why did the cops get called to your house?
So, this is back when I was like 15, 16 years old, and it was super late at night. I was in my bedroom cleaning my paintball gun, so I was doing some oddball stuff, but my mom yells, "Chris, there's people in the yard with flashlights." So I was like, it must be the neighbors. They're drunk, running around. I'll go take a look. You know, because they have property behind us, and they have bonfires out there. I figured they were just stumbling home. So I go into the living room where my mom's at, and I got my paintball gun in my hand, and I turn the corner to walk towards the door, and next thing I know, I look, and there's a gun pointed at me, and then officers start yelling, "Drop the weapon, put the gun down," and they bust through the door, hold me to the ground. My mom's yelling. My dad wakes up out of a cold sleep in his underwear and runs out into the living room. No one knows what's going on. Apparently, somebody had robbed the convenience store in my hometown, and they said they followed bicycle tracks to the backside of my property. And they needed to see my bicycle.
Did you show them your bicycle?
Well, yes. So this is the middle of winter. I went into my backyard, pulled my bicycle out of the snowbank that it was sitting in, and they looked at it. I don't know why they looked at it, but they then examined it to try to see if the tracks matched, like I was just going to hide it in a snowbank, and then went on their merry way. And, yeah, that was my
that's crazy
altercation with the police at the house.
Do you know if they ever caught the person that actually did rob the convenience store?
No, they did not.
Did they ever take you up on an impromptu game of paintball, though?
206-803-ROCK. Aaron from Tacoma, tell us about the time that the cops were called to your house.
Morning, guys.
What's up, Aaron?
Hey. So a while back, I was gifted a Apple Watch, and that's amazing. I thought it was cool. Really neat little toy. So I'm wearing it, and one night the wife and I are, being a little intimate, and what I did not know is it has this feature that should your wrist be bent a certain way and press one side of it for an extended period of time, it will automatically call the police. It made an emergency call, and I very quickly realized what was happening and shut it off. But the police are obligated to call you back when that happens.
Right.
And so I had to stop, what we were doing and explain that to the police.
And the cop's like, "Sir, why is there a woman yelling, 'Oh, God,' in the background?"
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Is there a woman yelling, "Choke me"? We need to show up. I don't know. I'm not here to king shame.
So the
Do you
Apple
think he
Watches
was
are
wearing it?
dangerous.
Was he wearing it to track his heart rate while he's making love, or like how many steps he gets in? Babe, I get more steps doing this than I do at the gym.
It can be a pretty good workout.
Yeah. Never thought to wear an Apple Watch while you're doing that. It could be a mood killer.
206-803-ROCK. Were you ever swatted by 911 calls? Did your phone make, phantom calls to the cops? Or just why did the cops show up in general?
I don't know if I've ever told you the story of the time when I was living in Seattle in Wallingford. I had an apartment. I was living with a then girlfriend at the time. Like, she just moved in. And this was honestly, like, this was the moment where I realized I got to get out of this relationship, because I show up to my house and my apartment, and there are cops. They're all outside, and then I'm like, oh, it must be for one of the neighbors. I get into my apartment, the cops are in my house, or in my apartment. And I'm just like, what's going on? And they're like, the woman who lives here called because she believes that there are people spying on you guys in your bathroom. So we came here to look at like the little like, you know, like the little vent thing that's up above in your bathroom, because she was having a moment. She did too many drugs in her life, and she was a big fan of, at the time, ecstasy. This is like forever ago, and I think she was just doing it more than I knew about, and she just had this moment of pure like paranoia and called the cops, and they're like, dude, we checked everything, there's no cameras, there's not even any signs of the cameras. And I'm like, yeah,
No.
don't know what to tell you other than I'm very sorry that you guys showed up. And that was the telltale sign that this relationship needs to end.
How much longer did you cohabitate with this woman before the relationship ended?
Well, I mean, she was really attractive, so like 8 or 9 more months. But
We'll just saddle up for some fun. 206-803-ROCK. Danny, you're in Port Hadlock. Tell us about the time the cops were called.
Oh, they walked into the house. My wife was really like 8.5 months pregnant. She's taken a nap. And there was a stolen boat that was just an old piece of junk that some brothers had a problem about, but it was on the adjoining property to mine. And so the police come, the sheriff comes walking into the house, wakes up my wife out of bed, and she says, "What the heck's going on here?" And they told her, "Hey, we're asking the questions here. What about that stolen boat in your backyard?" And she's like, "There's no stolen boat in our backyard." So, yeah.
We don't even own a boat.
Yeah, two deputies just marched into the house while she was sleeping, and I don't know why for the life of me. It was like 26 years ago, almost 27 years ago, and we should have sued them, but, yeah, we don't do that.
Well, I mean, you're pregnant or not, that's got to be kind of unnerving. But when you're pregnant, that has to be extra unnerving.
Absolutely. And, I mean, messing with a pregnant woman like that at 8.5 months pregnant, like, that's a risky thing.
Or maybe she was still in the boat. She's like the pregnant bandit. I don't know. Likely story, right? That's just crazy.
That is crazy.
The Daly Migs Show.
If you would like a shot at beating Steve this fine day, please give a call now, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, your record sits at 134 wins, 50 losses, and 35 ties in 2025, and we will play Beat Migs at 650.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for a job is lonely. Endless searching, phone calls that go nowhere, applications that vanish into thin air. What if you could link with dozens of local companies who are hiring right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, endless opportunities, and no fees ever for job seekers. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer or you're just joining us, we got you. Visit Verizon today. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop-beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, the journey is never complete. The Danner N45 Trail Hiker is designed to support those willing to sweat in search of their edge. Featuring per-spare uppers with a Reaprene gussets for maximum breathability and Endurafoam midsoles for long-lasting comfort and cushion. The recraftable Vibram Mega Grip outsoles are built to be rebuilt. Danner's Precision Fit technology is available in women's styles. Breathe in the scenery with the Danner N45 Trail Hiker. Wherever you are on your journey, take new steps in the only direction you were meant to go. Forward. Explore the N45 at danner.com.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am because we made it, y'all. It is Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Hey!
Friday feels so good.
Yes.
Let's get to our contestant.
I've been waiting for this day all week.
Jeff from Puyallup. Hello, Jeff. Are you there?
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and Steve.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Steve, why don't you get out of here?
I'm ready to leave.
For those playing at home, Jeff is going to have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is a group of fish called?
School.
Yes. In what city is the Kentucky Derby held?
Kentucky. Preakness, or I don't know.
No.
Pass.
How many planets have stable surface liquid water?
How many what?
How many planets have stable surface liquid water?
4, 5.
No.
2.
No. Who is the Greek goddess of beauty?
Venus.
No.
Aphrodite.
Yes. What Seattle sports star was known as the Big Unit?
Randy Johnson.
That sure was. What product did Microsoft put out to compete with the iPod?
Apple. Oh, man. Windows.
No.
Tablet.
No.
Tablet. Pass.
How many primary colors are there?
3.
Yes. What year did Kurt Cobain pass away?
94.
Yes. In which ocean would you find the Mariana Trench?
Oh, that's by Australia. That's Atlantic.
No. But you got 5 right, Jeff. You split it right down the middle.
Yeah, all right.
Are we going to see you in Puyallup tomorrow?
I'm going to try. I got 2 different major family events going on.
Tis the season. It's very busy out there. But if you find some time in your schedule, come join us at the Red Dog.
I should. It's like a quarter mile away.
And you can bring the whole family if you have family events. Just have it at the Red Dog.
I know.
Steve?
Wow, yes.
Are you ready?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah!
I feel like I walked into an intervention.
What is a group of fish called?
A gaggle.
No.
A schoolfish.
Yes. In what city is the Kentucky Derby held?
Louisville.
Yes. How many planets have stable surface liquid water?
I'm going to go 3.
No.
2.
No.
4.
No.
Damn
Who
it.
is the Greek goddess of beauty?
That is, Blake Lively.
No.
Aphrodite?
Yes. What Seattle sports star was known as the Big Unit?
Oh, Randy Johnson.
Correct.
Great
What
nickname.
What product did Microsoft put out to compete with the iPod?
I had many of them. That would be the Zune.
It would be. How many primary colors are there?
There are 3.
There are. What year did Kurt Cobain pass away?
Oh, crap. 1995?
No.
1994?
Yes. In which ocean would you find the Mariana Trench?
Which ocean? Pacific.
Yes. In meters, how long is an Olympic swimming pool?
100.
No.
500.
No.
50.
Yes. Steve, with time on the clock, you got 9 correct, which is a victory.
Man.
9-5.
Let's go.
Next time,
Dolly
Jeff.
Parton style.
You
I
know
got
it.
spanked.
Have a good one, Jeff. Thank you. That's the way to go into the weekend.
Right?
Big W.
The only one you missed, and you started going the right direction, but then you went the wrong way. The number of planets that have stable...
Is it 1?
It's 1. It's just this one.
Just planet Earth?
We're the only one with
Look at us.
stable surface liquid water. But congratulations on your big victory, Steve. Of course, people can come and play Beat Migs in person tomorrow if they feel so, brave.
If you're feeling smart or if you just want to hang out, have some drinks with us, eat some food, come on down to the Red Dog over in Puyallup at Sunrise Village.
We're calling it Sunrise de Mayo, and it starts at noon. All the info on the party is up at KISW.com.
The Daly Migs Show.
There is a sick new feature on the Odyssey app, Steve.
Sick.
So sick, bro.
It's gnarly, brah.
You can leave us a voice message anytime you want, and we have been getting a slew of messages on there. Some have proven to be quite interesting.
Oh, one I know Danny's going to love because he loves talking about Shedeur Sanders, and somebody wants to talk a little bit about that. And then somebody has a karaoke suggestion that even I love, and I freaking hate karaoke.
I'll say less. I'm in, and we're going to slide into our VMs after Aerosmith.
Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs. Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daly Mix Show.
You can leave us a voice message 24/7, 365 at your leisure. Just download the Odyssey app, and it's right there for you.
And some have to do with Shedeur Sanders today.
Of course.
Yes, that seems to be the topic of the entire week. Another person has a karaoke suggestion that even a karaoke hater like myself can get behind. But before we get to that one, let's check out this voice message through the Odyssey app.
I was thinking of going to emo night tonight, but I wasn't exactly sure what I should wear.
I'll tell you. Tight pants that are black.
Yeah.
A shirt that is black.
I would say go to Hot Topic, buy any shirt that's sold there, then try on some of their pants. And if you get a pair of pants that just are almost impossible to put on, get 2 sizes smaller, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Or get girls. If you're a guy, obviously, just go get the girl section and
Girl
do
sizes.
it'd be awesome.
And emo night is tonight at Numos.
Tonight at Numos starts at 9 o'clock. I can't wait to see you all there.
Danny is DJing. Apparently this person's going to be there as well. They have more to say.
Oh.
Is there a dress code? What can I...
Yes, the dress code is My Chemical Romance t-shirts.
You know what's funny is I've actually been asked that a lot of times. Like people freak out and overthink what to wear.
And
I'm
it's like a prom?
I'm like,
cocktail party?
You show up. You just show up. You don't have to wear anything.
Just wear a t-shirt, and if you make it up on stage, like some people take the shirt off.
Yeah.
Most people.
What can I expect if I'm there? Looking forward to watching you, Danny. Bye.
Whoa. Well, be sure to say hi to Danny. Danny loves talking to people.
With your shirt off,
Yes.
preferably. What can you expect? Mosh pits, emo music, jumping, all of the fun. Drinks.
Looking forward to watching you, Danny.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to watching you too. It is a lot of fun to watch Danny in his element.
It is the best.
It is a very good time. So I think that person will have a great time. It's at Numos tonight.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, I know this sounds crazy and hear me out, but I was thinking that Shedeur Sanders should pay all those fines for the Falcons guy and also the team. I mean, talk about great PR. I know a lot of people seem to hate him, and this would be a great way for him to improve his image. And I know it wasn't his fault, but talk about a cool gesture. And I think that would make a lot of people become a fan of his. And it seems like that's something that he could use. What do you think?
I think that's a terrible idea. I don't think he's going to do that.
I think it's a great idea, but I think it's the wrong guy that you'd be asking. I don't think there's a chance that he would do a good deed like that.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think he cares what the public perceives him as long as he's making money in the NFL, as long as there's endorsers and like people spending money on him. That's all that guy's going to care about.
He's living his life.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the one about karaoke, because I really do think this would be a fun thing to do.
I have this idea. So it's karaoke, but instead of singing songs, you could sing intros to TV shows or cartoons or maybe a jingle from a commercial. And if you could, what would you sing?
Now, that would be a fun night. You're not singing normal songs. You're singing like TV theme songs, jingles to commercials.
And think about how many more people could participate because they're short.
Yes.
You know, I love this idea.
I mean, I know the one I would do.
What?
1877 cars for kids.
Why are you like this?
Why? I want to see if someone will throw a bottle at my head.
They will.
All right, so Taryn Daly, if you had to pick, what song would you do?
There was a show I was obsessed with as a kid called Hey Dude.
Hey Dude.
Hey Dude! Yes!
What the hell is this?
Oh, it's like they worked on like a dude ranch.
Okay, so I think this might be a little bit past my time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, dude.
It's a little wild and a little strange when you make your home out on the range.
Oh, damn. Danny's feeling it. Who are they? What channel was this on? Nickelodeon?
Yep.
Okay.
Can't get it right if you can't hold on. Singing. Yippee-ki-yay.
Like the cowboy say.
Sing it again now.
Yippee-ki-yay. I don't even know this song. Who am I working
The
with?
end is the best part.
Oh, sorry.
Better watch out for those man-eating jackrabbits and that killer cacti.
Ready?
Hey,
dude. Oh, God, we stood through for that.
That was the greatest show of all time.
I kind of want to do this just so I can see everybody that's clearly younger than me lose their minds. That was hilarious.
It's a great song.
I don't even know if that bar can do something like that. That'd be so much fun to have like a karaoke night where we do stuff like that.
Yes, I'm in.
All right, Danny, I think I know which one you're going to go with.
Yeah, because I sing it regularly when I'm in the bathroom peeing, so you're welcome.
Is it this?
No, it is not this. I do love this one, though.
At the time I get my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus drive by.
It's all right.
I do love this one.
All right, well, what is it then?
Only because it's such a catchy tune. Show me that smile again.
That smile.
Don't waste another. Yes.
Growing Pains.
Waste another minute on you crying. Whether we're near the end. No, we're near the end.
Wait, you sing this in the urinal with Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hold hands. It's very fun.
And sword fight?
We call it show bonding. You're not invited. That would be weird. Man, see, now the one that you guys kind of make dates me to feel old, the one I'm picking now is going to make me feel even older.
Let's go.
I don't know if you guys even know this song, but I would actually sing this at karaoke.
Okay.
Look at what's happening now.
Oh, I know this because of you.
This almost sounds like the Growing Pains thing.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. Should have been somebody else.
Come on, everybody.
Show me that smile. Oh, just kidding.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free.
I guess I should learn the lyrics.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Flying away on a wing in a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
What is that? Greatest American Hero?
Greatest American Hero.
What bar would be cool enough to let us do this?
I'm pretty sure not a single one if they heard this segment.
They're like, get out.
You guys are all banned.
The Daily Migs Show.
Yesterday, our Seattle Seahawks top draft pick did a press conference in the Emerald City. And if you aren't already head over heels in love with Gray Zabel like we are, this is absolutely going to turn you into a fan of his. Not only does he chat about his love for beer, Busch Light, but also he lays some respect on Seahawks history. You'll hear what he said at 7:20.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Yesterday, our Seattle Seahawks' very top draft pick, Gray Zabel, was in town and he gave a press conference. There's been so much to love about him already.
His mustache.
Oh, it's a glorious mustache.
I mean, the fact that he's going to help our offensive line pretty much the moment he steps onto the field.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
So he's also just announced that he's going to be wearing number 76. And this number was once worn by Seahawks great Steve Hutchinson. And so Gray Zabel was asked about this.
How'd you decide on 76?
Well, that was kind of the equipment staff's idea, and I had to ask Hutch if it was okay to wear it, and he was all for it and super excited for it. So, I mean, it's no better number to wear in Seattle history. So,
brother, it's pretty cool.
I like how John Schneider's like, brother, this is pretty cool. All of a sudden, he turned into Hulk Hogan.
Brother.
Hey, brother.
Steve Hutchinson went first round for the Seahawks in 2001.
And Hutchinson, I guess, has kind of become a mentor for Grant, and he's involved with the Seahawks, which is awesome to hear because he was such a force, him and Walter Jones. But I was like, is Steve's number retired? I didn't think it was, and it's not. But it's still cool that he checked with them to make sure. Do you know which Seahawks numbers are retired?
No.
Well, number 12.
Yes.
For the 12th fan. Number 80.
Okay.
I think you can figure out
Legend.
the other.
Who? I don't know.
Come on, think of somebody that's a friend of the show.
Walter Jones?
Yes, number 71.
Is Cortez?
He's not. But interestingly enough, it's not officially retired. It's like, make it officially retired, but unofficially it's taken out of circulation since he passed away back in 2017. So I got to imagine at some point they're just going to make it official that nobody can wear number 96.
For sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, his love for Busch Light had to have been brought up during the press conference with Gray Zabel.
Any Busch Light left in Pierre?
There might be a few, but not a lot.
Are you willing to switch to Rainier?
Just kind of depends. I haven't tried.
I do like that question. I love that this is what the press conference is.
Hard-hitting questions.
Well, it's Prince. The season hasn't even come close to starting.
Just kind of depends. I haven't tried it yet. I know that's a huge brand up here in the Pacific Northwest. So hopefully if we have good OTAs, we can maybe try a few.
I'm looking at you, John Schneider.
How many beers do you think Gray Zabel could put down in one sitting?
Beers or cases? That mustache.
Solid
right?
question. They asked him about being a Seahawk and becoming a Seahawk, and he had a fabulous answer to this.
Gray, what do you think tomorrow will be like for you when you do get on the field for the first time wearing at least an NFL jersey?
It's going to be surreal. To wear the Seahawk logo on your chest has been kind of a dream. Super excited. Anytime you get to tie the cleats up and hit the grass, you got to be grateful. It's a get-to mentality, not have-to mentality. So I get to go practice tomorrow and show up to one of the best jobs you could possibly have.
I love that answer. I just got me fired up because that's something that really changed my mindset with a lot of things in life, especially like here at work. It's like you get up early, you do it for so long, you kind of start like not dreading it because it's an awesome job, but like there are a lot of times where you're like, oh, I got to get up tomorrow. This is going to, and then you meet like people who listen and how it's impacted them in some way, whether it makes traffic easier or helps them when they're having a bad day. And then it's just like you kind of shift the way you think. It's like, I get to do this, and that's awesome. And once I started thinking like that, I kind of applied it to a lot of other things. Like, I get to do this with my daughter. At first I'd be like, oh, I got to go to ballet class or tap dance, or even with the wrestling stuff. Like, I train every week, and sometimes I don't want to, but that's like kind of part of the deal with the school that I go to. And I realized, I'm like, this was a dream of mine when I was a kid. I get to do this
It's that get-to mentality.
Do you have something like that? I mean, work is a great one. I think for us, we're very fortunate. Yeah.
Being Barrett's mom, of course.
I know it's cheesy to say, but I agree.
But I would also say emceeing a lot of the events that I get to do in the area and like help out local causes and local organizations, help them bring a greater good to a greater number. That I just love that. It fuels my fire. So that's something I love that I get to do.
Danny, I get to wear 2 different colored shoes every morning.
Every morning. I'm not doing that today, actually. No, for me, though, it's definitely emo night. It's one of those surreal moments for me of being like, I always wanted to be in a band and I wanted to be on tour and put on shows and stuff like that. So every time I get to do emo night now, and it's like, I get to play my favorite music for people, and they're like, it's a huge sold out crowd almost every single time.
And instantly see a reaction.
Yeah, and it's mind blowing. It's like I get to do a hobby that I used to do in my room by myself, and now it's like now everyone loves it.
It's funny you say that. Friday night, either he's doing it in Numos in front of 600 people, or he's doing it in his underwear at his apartment in West Seattle. Danny is playing emo music, jumping up and down.
It's happening either way.
Yes.
The Daily Migs Show.
Do you have something that you're thankful you get to do? 206-803-ROCK, based on Gray Zabel's philosophy of that thing you get to do. What is it for you? 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after 3 days grace. Gray Zabel of our Seattle Seahawks just shared an awesome philosophy during a press conference about what it means to be a Seahawk.
Super excited. Anytime you get to tie the cleats up and hit the grass, you got to be grateful. It's a get-to mentality and not have-to mentality. I get to go practice tomorrow and show up to one of the best jobs you could possibly have.
Wait till you're a 10-year veteran. You're not going to be like, I get to practice tomorrow. You're like, gosh, got to practice again.
My knees hurt.
Exactly. Everything hurts.
What about you, Rockaholics? What is that thing that you feel fortunate that you get to do? 206-803-ROCK. We do have a Rockaholic on hold who his get-to moment is a very big milestone birthday situation, Steve Migs. But first, let's talk to Jessica from Port Orchard. Jessica, what is that get-to feeling for you?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were hearing me. It's weird. Like, you hear yourself talk.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, sorry. I am a school nurse, so I work at 4 different schools in KISW County. And so when I go to work, basically, I see a lot of kids every day. They come in if they get hurt at school, and I also get to treat kids with serious medical conditions. I've had to call 911 multiple times.
So, Jessica, what is one of the more, like, it doesn't have to be like gnarly, but like one of the more insane moments where you're like, oh, I can't, like somebody getting hurt, where you're like, okay, nurse duties activate.
Oh, well, I've had students that have had seizures at school. I've had to administer medications to them. I've had students come in with fractures. I've had to call parents and be like, hey, you got to go take your kid to get seen. I think they broke a wrist.
Damn.
So, yeah, it kind of, we treat students with diabetes. I do all kinds of things.
I feel like there's probably enough subject content to turn that into, like, we should pitch this to Fox. Like, a new, like, the school nurse coming this season to Fox.
206-803-ROCK. Chad from Puyallup, what is that thing that you feel fortunate that you get to do?
Morning, Migs. Morning, Mr.
What's up, Chad?
This weekend on Saturday, I get to celebrate the second 90th birthday party of my life. My great-grandma lived to be 95, and so we got to throw a big party on her 90th and eat lots of good food. And now, Saturday, my grandma is turning 90, and we're going to throw a big party. And
well, Chad, it's not a party unless Grandma does a keg stand.
I agree, but her knee's just going bad, so she might have to sit down for it. I'll just lift the keg up for her. How's that sound?
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I hope that Chad will ask his grandma what the secret to a long life is, and then let us know.
One time, my wife's great-great-grandma, like we were having a party. She was like turning, I think, like almost 100 or something along those lines. So myself and my father-in-law had to go get her at the home that she was staying at. And it almost got to be one of those like incidents where that they thought we were stealing her. And we're like, no, like this is a planned thing. Like it took a few conversations until finally they were like, okay. I'm like, how did you not know? Like this has been in the works. It's not like we just showed up randomly to take grandma with us.
They thought you were grandma nappers.
Yeah, I was like, of all things, what a story that would have been if all of a sudden like we got arrested for stealing great-great-great-grandma.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve this morning? If you were listening to the men's room yesterday at 5:40, boy, could that be helpful because 3 of the correct answers for the next game were given out. And his record is 135 wins, 50 losses, and 35 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK is the number, and we're going to play Beat Migs at 7:50.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, combining raw power with precision engineering, all backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. Climb inside a Tundra and experience the uncompromising strength. With its available iForce Max engine, the Tundra delivers exceptional power, torque, and towing capacity. Plus, the spacious and high-tech cabin keeps you connected on the run. Or check out a Tacoma. Agile, dependable, and unstoppable. The Tacoma's designed for those who go beyond the trails. Stay ahead of the pack with available off-road features like crawl control. Or break out your tunes with the available portable JBL speaker. Toyota trucks are built to last, year after year, mile after mile. So outlast every adventure and outlive the moment. Buy a Tundra or Tacoma today. Visit buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. Or stop by your local Toyota dealer to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for a job is lonely. Endless searching, phone calls that go nowhere, applications that vanish into thin air. What if you could link with dozens of local companies who are hiring right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, endless opportunities, and no fees ever for job seekers. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it.
Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
When water from the pipes was pouring down, filed a claim with his cops.
We turned it around. Across America, over 600,000 small businesses look to Hiscox Insurance for protection. Find flexible coverage that adapts to the needs of your small business with a fast, easy online quote at hiscox.com.
'Cause there's no business like small business.
Like no business we know. Get a quote today with Hiscox Small Business Insurance.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the women's trail trainer at danner.com.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart for a healthier you. Smile Generation trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who could possibly be ready to beat Migs?
This guy.
I know I sure am, because we made it, Steve. It is Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. I gotta jump. I won the last game.
Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
I feel like my daughter. I don't know if Barrett's like this. Whenever Tatum is excited, she just uncontrollably just starts jumping.
I love that.
She's like, whatever. She's just jumping. Are you just so happy that you just can't stop moving? She's like, yes, Daddy. I'm like, I wish we did that as adults.
We do every Friday when we play Beat Migs.
Well,
and that's exactly it, okay?
I did not know that we were capturing the spirit of a toddler.
Let's get to our contestant this morning. It is Coleman from Seattle. Coleman, are you there?
I am here.
All right, Coleman's in the house. Steve, it's time for you to get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Cheat sheet?
Oh, Coleman, were you listening to the cheat sheet yesterday at 5:40?
Wow.
No, I don't normally hang out in men's rooms.
More of a ladies' room guy. All right, for those playing along at home, Coleman has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Who is Batman's sidekick?
Robin.
Correct. A bibliophile is someone who loves what?
Books.
Yes. How many countries border Italy?
3.
No.
2.
No.
1.
No. Who was the only Beatle without facial hair on the Let It Be album cover?
John Lennon.
Yes. What do you call the colored part of the eye?
Iris.
That's right. In what 90s year did SpongeBob SquarePants debut?
98, 97, 99.
99, yes. What species lives both on land and in water?
An amphibian.
Correct. Who was Dean Martin's comedy partner for 10 years?
Jerry Lewis.
That's right. In baseball, what do you call a pitch with no spin on the ball?
Knuckleball.
Yes. What city is known as Motown?
Detroit.
Yes. And with time to spare, Coleman, you got 9 correct. Oh, Steve is going down.
Back in Italy, though, right?
What's that?
I missed about Italy, though. Dang.
Yes. Well, you know who's not going to get that one right is Steve.
Wow.
Because he's the worst Italian ever, according to our friend Paula. So.
Shout out to Paula. Sometimes I don't know my noodles.
Okay, well, it's not a noodle question, but you're about to find out what it is, Steve. Are you ready? Yeah, Daddy, let's go. Who is Batman's sidekick?
Oh, that's Robin.
It is. A bibliophile is someone who loves what?
Definitely not me, but it's books.
Yes. How many countries border Italy?
4.
Yes.
Yeah, how about that? Shout out to Paula, my paisan.
The only Beatle without facial hair on the Let It Be album cover.
I'm feeling Paul McCartney.
No.
John Lennon?
Yes. What do you call the colored part of the eye?
That's a great Goo Goo Doll song. Iris.
It is. In what 90s year did SpongeBob SquarePants debut?
98.
No.
99?
Yes. What species lives both on land and in water?
An amphibian.
Yes. Who was Dean Martin's comedy partner for 10 years?
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Yes. In baseball, what do you call a pitch with no spin on the ball?
A fastball.
No.
A knuckleball?
Yes. What city is known as Motown?
Detroit.
Steve Migs.
You
With
jinxed it,
that.
Taryn.
Because you know Italy so well.
Thank you.
You got a perfect 10. Sorry, Coleman, you did so well.
How did he do?
You got 9.
Good game, Steve.
Great game, Coleman.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Hey, Paisan.
And they say
The only one that Coleman didn't get right was the Italy question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You just crushed it. And you made Paula proud in the process.
It was a very lucky guess. I ain't going to lie.
You know, I'm looking at the clock, Steve, and
Yes.
in 28 hours, somebody could be playing Beat Migs live with us in person.
In Puyallup, in Sunrise Village, over at the Red Dog.
It's going to be so much fun. If you want to bring your dogs, you can do that because they're dog friendly. If you want to bring your children, you can do that because they're family friendly. And if you want to join us, we're going to be there at noon. And you can get all the details on the fun we're going to have at KISW.com.
The Daily Migs Show.
What is the coolest, wildest, or most unexpected on-stage collaboration you've ever witnessed? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, I have a couple that involve Eddie Vedder, actually.
206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Soundgarden. What is the coolest, wildest, or maybe most unexpected on-stage collaboration you've ever witnessed with your own eyes? 206-803-ROCK. We are asking this because Sammy Hagar kicked off his The Best of Both Worlds Las Vegas residency.
Last time Sammy Hagar played with us was at Pain in the Grass.
Yes.
I never saw him live, and when I saw him live, I'm like, this guy knows how to bring it. We were all sitting together.
Yes, he blew me away both times I saw him. This show opened with a new song called Encore, Thank You, Good Night, and he says that Eddie Van Halen came to him in a dream, and that's what that song was all about.
Okay.
And then during the show, he had a surprise appearance from somebody named Kesha during Ain't Talking About Love.
Now, to set this up, so Michael Anthony, who used to be in Van Halen, who's now always been like connected to the side of Sammy Hagar. Like when all the beef went down with everybody, he stuck with Sammy Hagar. He's singing the vocals for that song, which is kind of cool that he gets a chance to kind of just do his own thing. And then they bring out Kesha, and you're thinking, okay, she's going to sing along with them, right? This is what happened. And there's not more to this audio. This is what happened with Kesha performing. That's it. That was her. I was thinking, oh, she's going to sing like a verse. No, she was probably just there partying on the side of the stage, and she just jumped on stage and just started dancing with Sammy Hagar, going, hey, 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 hey.
It's not to be a lot of fun to see, but
Very
I would be
random.
like, when is she going to do more?
Yes.
When is she going to do more? What is the coolest, wildest, or most unexpected on-stage collaboration you have ever witnessed? 206-803-ROCK. Kelly from Marysville, what was that moment for you?
About 20 years ago, I went and saw Puppetry of the Penis.
Yes, I remember Puppetry of the Penis. This is hilarious.
Okay, what is that?
The greatest show of all time.
It is, and I'm so sorry for all the men out there, but they literally come out and they pull it, they stretch it, and they use the whole package, and they make animals out of it.
It sounds ridiculous, and it is. But I remember seeing it, and they will turn like the twigs and berries into like a hamburger or a bird, and they have like a video screen behind them. The whole thing is just completely bonkers. But like this was like a phenomenon for like a half a minute.
They do like a butterfly. They'll do a turtle.
Wasn't that at like the Moore Theater?
I think so.
I wonder if you got VIP passes and that included like, some backstage access. What kind of things are going down backstage at the Puppetry of the Penis show?
Well, I think the P doesn't stand for package, and that's well, maybe it does in a way, dude. This just triggered a crazy. One of the couple of times in my career where I've been suspended on the radio is because of Puppetry of the Penis.
How many times have you been suspended?
I think 3.
And what did you say that got you suspended?
We had them on the show, and we didn't do anything vulgar, but they performed. They showed us what they were doing, and I don't know why, but our general manager at the time thought it'd be interesting to come in and watch.
Oh no!
But I don't know what he was expecting because he saw what we all saw, And then he was so offended by that we got into a lot of trouble. And then he said that the content was questionable, blah, blah, blah. Even though he was so intrigued by it that he came down to check it out. But then all of a sudden he had like second thoughts and then suspended us.
Oh, no.
All because of puppetry of the penis.
206-803-ROCK. Chandler from Tacoma, what is the coolest, wildest, or most unexpected on-stage collaboration you've witnessed?
Hi there, guys. Good morning.
What's up,
Good
Chandler?
morning.
Hey, so I have not seen it yet, but I'm going to go see Primus at the White River Amphitheater in June with Perfect Circle and Pucifier. And from what I've read, they're going to rotate 3-song set lists, and the bands are going to play back and forth with each other through the whole entire concert.
Chandler, I'm going to that show, and I am so flippin' excited. I can't even express to you how stoked I am.
Yeah, I am crazy excited because I haven't seen Primus since they opened for Slayer back before COVID.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I will see you there. Chandler, maybe we'll be in the pit.
Absolutely, I will be there.
It's funny you bring it up because my buddy Craig just texted me to remind me of another crazy onstage collaboration that when Alice in Chains got back together, speaking about a Tool or Maynard James Keenan, who, is with the Perfect Circle and Pucifer, Alice in Chains didn't have a lead singer. So they just brought all their friends up on stage. It was at the Showbox Soto, which was called, I think, the premiere at the time. And they brought Maynard James Keenan up, and he did Them Bones and Man in the Box. And I'm telling you, when he busted into the chorus of Man in the Box, there were a lot of tears in the crowd, but there was 100% goosebumps. Oh. Everybody was just like, what are we witnessing? And there was a lot of other great singers like Pat Lackman from Damage Plan. He sang a bunch of songs. He was awesome. Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mud before he went off the deep end. He was fantastic as well. Yeah, the Wilson sisters, they went up there and sang some songs too. It was one of the coolest concerts ever.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. Chris from Tacoma, what is the wildest onstage collaboration you've witnessed?
So it was Lollapalooza 1993, and Green Day was actually, they were really hitting, I think Dookie had just come out or something like that, and so they were on the second stage, performed there, and then they were the opening act on the main stage. They came out, performed a couple of songs, and then they brought out this guy, I don't know who he was, honestly, but he was dressed up in drag, like bra, panties, thigh-high stockings, high heels.
Probably Fat Mike from No Effects.
Could have been. But they performed Rock You Like a Hurricane with this guy singing, dressed up. It was amazing. Like, I will never forget it. Probably the most, I've seen a lot of great concerts, obviously, growing up in Seattle, but I'll never forget that performance.
Well, those are the reasons why we go see concerts, in my opinion, is when you just don't know what's going to... That's why when a band just kind of do their songs and just get up there and get off the stage, you're like, okay, I could have just sat at home and listened. But when bands do random crap like that, good or bad, like if it works, great. If it fails miserably in front of everybody, awesome as well. But that's the fun of going to see a band live.
That's the memory that everybody's going to talk about until the end of time.
Now, Taryn, when we go to commercials, would you like for me to show you some videos of the puppetry?
I'm very curious, so the answer is yes.
Oh, God. The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
The New York Mets are paying tribute to one of their oldest fans who passed away, but the issue is people are goofing on his name.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. We're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
Speaking of puppetry of the penis.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit Condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Nerds!
Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Smart Travel doesn't just cover points and miles. They break down all the financial aspects of your trip, whether that's the best days to book, how to avoid hidden fees, or which fancy travel credit cards pay off, and which ones are just an expensive flex. If you want your travel budget to work harder, then dive into the best deals, products, services, and more with Smart Travel from NerdWallet, wherever you get your podcasts.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
This week, the New York Mets were doing a tribute to one of their oldest and biggest fans. It all kind of started on Facebook, and his name immediately caught the attention of everyone.
Yes.
This was the post. We are saddened to learn of the passing of Seymour Wiener. Sports Center even paid tribute to this man.
Today, though, began with the loss of a legend, with the announcement Seymour Wiener has died. 98 years old, Wiener became a fan favorite last season when the team honored him as their veteran of the game. And then he became an icon when they brought him back for Dollar Hot Dog Day with the tagline, "Everyone loves a Wiener."
Okay. I did hear that. I mean, obviously, sad that he's passed, but he apparently had a very good sense of humor about the name and had some fun with it as well. But if you ever see a picture of the guy, he just looks like the crankiest, just grizzled old military dude. Like he almost looks like Popeye the Sailor Man.
That's a good call out, Steve.
You think this man wasn't already tough when he went to fight in Italy during World War II? He grew up in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He said he was teased because of his name growing up, but it was one of the highlights of his life to get this fame with the Mets so late in his storied life. 98 years old, Seymour Wiener, Navy man, greatest generation indeed.
So he was a seaman?
Sorry.
Steve.
I'm sorry. Oh, who should apologize? The parents. Who thought everybody passed off on this as a name?
Apparently so.
I did hear, I think the name was actually pronounced Weiner. But still, it's spelled Wiener.
Dude, when I saw this post, I had to double check because I thought it was a meme. I thought it was fake.
Yeah. And dude, I mean, but here's even when he was at one of the games with the New York Mets.
And here he is, our veteran of the game, Seymour Wiener.
Imagine being at that game.
I mean, if that's your name, I think you have to lean into it.
It's amazing.
So,
and I love that the Mets had that much love for the guy, though.
And I know he's no longer with us, but I like to think he would enjoy some of the comments.
Oh, the comments are priceless.
They're all over the place, so
Yes.
we're going to go straight to the comments.
And we figured who better to read the comments about the late, great Seymour Wiener than Bart Simpson. Because a lot of people made the assumption that it was a Simpsons joke because remember he used to prank call and ask for Seymour Butts.
Oh.
So are you ready for the first comment about the passing of Mets superfan Seymour Wiener?
Oh, yeah.
Is this the guy Bart Simpson is always calling Mo for?
Yes, it's exactly that. No, it was his cousin, Seymour Butts. Yeah.
And in his dying breath, he whispered to the doctor, "I'd really love to see just one more."
Wiener. Seymour Wiener.
Please.
Seymour Wiener was a war veteran. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge.
Okay. That one might have killed me.
Was also saddened by the passing of groundskeeper Michael Hunt.
Oh, yeah, good old Michael Hunt.
Some of his friends call him Mike.
Yeah, some do. We won't, because we want to keep our license.
Is survived by his traumatized son, Sealess.
Again, why would your parents name you Seymour? And the options of names are endless. And your last name is Wiener. Seymour, that sounds like a joke name for a vasectomy doctor.
Totally.
Yeah.
He is survived by his wife, Dixie Normus.
Good old Dixie.
Dixie's a sweet lady. Nothing but love to Dixie.
She didn't want to take his last name, though.
No, and the
She
entire
kept Normus.
And the entire Normus family is grieving.
Really hope his middle name was Harry.
Oh, I think if it's not, he probably legally changed it to that. All right, one more comment about the passing of Seymour Wiener.
Ooh. Came for the comments, wasn't disappointed.
Nope, me neither.
R.I.P. Seymour Wiener.
The Daily
Migs Show.
A woman took road rage to a whole nother level, and a crappy level at that, quite literally.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you what's trending after Beastie Boys. You're waking up, you're having your caffeine, and you're feeling overwhelmed with the world of pop culture because there's so much going on right now. So we're going to help you out by telling you what's trending.
Trending on the Daly Migs Show. What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
A woman took her road rage up a notch or 12 to a very crappy level, quite literally. And we're going to tell you what happened with that in just a minute. But first, Green Day, big celebration. They got their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, honoring all their contributions to music over the years. This is Billy Joe Armstrong talking to the crowd.
Yeah, this is kind of like being at your own funeral, but I don't know what to say. Anyways, thank you to all of our friends that bought our records and come to our shows. We love you guys so much. Our band, our extended band is Jason White and Jason Freeze.
So in order to be in Green Day's band, you have to have the name Jason?
Yeah, of course. All the Jasons.
I always forget that there's more than just the three. That's cool that they gave a nod to those guys.
My favorite thing about this whole thing, too, I don't know if you guys saw it, was the picture that he posted on his Instagram where he's standing next to a poster of his when he was like, they first started.
A baby.
Yes. And it's like just seeing him, so many years ago, and then him standing next to it. It's just like, and he's just like, this is just the most surreal moment.
Kevin Preston. Well, thank you guys a lot. Thank you.
And it was weird because they're like, yeah, you got to hurry it up. We only have a minute left for the ceremony. And Billy Joe had this to say.
Give me a break. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. You're going to give me 1 minute?
They're like, yeah, we have a star for Justin Bieber. And he was just
I'm
like,
not Justin Bieber, you mother.
it's just crazy.
What the
Another WTF moment. And speaking of Green Day, one of their records was called Dookie. And that seems like the perfect transition to this story. As a woman in Pennsylvania was so upset. We all deal with road rage, and some people handle it differently. This lady decided to handle it well. She ran over to the other car and pooped on the hood. Yes, she actually did that, and she's been arrested because, she was arrested for depositing waste on the highway. Here's the moment. Somebody caught it on cell phone, and you can kind of just hear the insanity. I'm shocked that nobody called her a piece of ass.
I mean, the top 10 things I would do in a road rage situation, that's not going to be on that list.
It's great. Billy Joe was there, and he had this to say about the incident.
What the
yeah, same here.
Are you familiar with Jill Sobel?
I am. I forgot all about her name until I heard this tragic story, and I forgot how much I was a fan of hers she's like the quintessential folk alt-rock artist.
She sadly passed away in a Minneapolis house fire at the age of 66. One of the songs that you might know, 1995, I Kissed a Girl. It's very widely considered to be the first openly gay-themed song to ever crack the Billboard Top 20.
And this isn't the Katy Perry version.
No.
This is before Katy Perry, 1995. Do you remember the video?
Oh, yeah.
Fabio was in it with his sweet hair.
I kissed a girl.
This is so 1990s alt-rock.
This is not even her best song, though.
I honestly don't know any other of Jill's songs.
You do. The theme song from Clueless, Supermodel.
Really?
Yes. And that movie, by the way, if you want to feel old, turns 30 this summer.
Oh, here's the cool guitar part. Sorry, I just all of a sudden became 22 again. Crushing out on Jill Sobel as well, being like, I wish I was a girl.
My favorite part is watching you two just freak out every time you play music I don't know.
Yeah, I bet.
We're in our own little world over here, Danny.
Hey, there's a woman going viral. Have you ever gone to go get a massage and realized you're at the wrong massage parlor? This happened to a woman. She thought she was just going to get a typical body massage, did not realize she was at one of those massage parlors. And she posted a video about her experience, which is going viral. And here she is explaining what happened. If it was a dude, I think all of us would be like, likely story. But no.
I accidentally had a massage at a brothel. I went and just had a massage the other week after the gym. My neck was sore. Well, since then I've found out that it is a full service. There were flags and they were red and waving. And when it was halfway through, a guy walked in and he was like, oh no, I'm going to wait for that other person. And I was like, yeah, whatever. She's actually giving me a great massage. But then she didn't change the towel or the face thing or anything when I left. She was just like, out, next.
Okay, that's kind of gross. I mean, there's a lot of parts of this that are kind of good. That definitely is a massive red flag.
Next. They were probably so confused as to why I was there saying, I've got a sore neck.
I mean, have you ever had like an embarrassing massage situation? Have you ever had a massage?
Once.
And how did you feel about it?
Well, I got arrested. No. I went to New York. My buddy Brian and I, he's like, hey, before we go out and get drunk, I was going to visit him. He used to do nights at the end, Brian Beck. He's like, oh, let's go get a massage. I'm like, no. Why would we get a massage before? He's like, I promise you, it's going to be a game changer. You're going to love it. It's a deep acupressure massage. I have no idea what that was. So we go to this part of New York City. We go into some place. Honestly, I thought, I'm like, is he taking me to one of these like happy massage places?
Hope
so. Right? I was single at the time. Why not? Right? No. We go in there and it's like this little lady and she's in this room and I'm like, I got to get down to like, my underwear. And then she proceeds to hurt me in the craziest way. It was like a deep pressure massage and like she's practically standing on me, like giving it her all. And it's not very comfortable. I'm like, this sucks. Like, stop it. I don't like this. And I'm like, I think I even like Brian, if you can hear me, I hate you. Because I was just like, this is just awful. And we finish and sure as ass.
You finished?
The Daly Migs Show.
How would you like a shot?
No, I didn't.
At beating Steve. He has a record of 135 wins, 50 losses, and 35 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
But he was right. The rest of the night was a lot of fun.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to expresspros.com to find your location. That's expresspros.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews, all on the app. Download today.
At Danner, we believe our beloved trails will always need footsteps to keep the paths from fading, and those journeys are often better when shared. The Women's Trail Trainer was built by women for women who embrace the outdoors. Rally your girls, lace up, and blaze the trail. Resurge midsoles provide next-level comfort, while Danner's Precision Fit technology offers more custom fit with optimal support. Breathe in the scenery and feel right at home in the dirt. Explore the Women's Trail Trainer at danner.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? Well, I know I sure am, because we made it, and it's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. Gotta hit the on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying.
That's all. We'll be there tomorrow.
We will be.
You all. Sunrise.
Let's get to our contestant, Donnie from Bremerton. Donnie, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Good. Who's we?
Well, we're doing the school shuffle, so I have my son with me, dropping him off at school.
How old's your son?
He's 11.
11.
Well, let's take down Steve as a duo this morning, all right, Donnie?
Right.
Steve?
Right, let's do it.
Quick question, because right now we're experiencing this with Tatum, where we're like, she comes back from school. I'm like, well, what'd you learn at school? And she goes, nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I'm glad that we're sending you to school so you can learn nothing. Do they ever start telling you the things that they learn?
Yeah, actually, but it is like pulling teeth a little bit.
Oh, it's the most frustrating part. I'm like, you just spent 7 hours somewhere. You're telling me there's nothing to share?
Steve?
Right. Yeah, and he never brings homework home anymore. That's the other new thing.
So what does it stay at schoolwork called? Is that what it's called now?
Yeah, they just do all their work in school, and it's encouraged that no homework.
Huh?
Nice.
Steve, get out of here.
Jealous.
I'm pretty sure Donnie did his homework, though, because he's playing Beat Migs. So for those playing at home, Donnie has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
How many days are in a leap year?
364?
No.
366?
Yes. What insect has killed the most humans?
Spider.
No.
Scorpion?
No.
Pass.
How many main styles of barbecue are there in the United States?
3.
No.
4. 5.
Yes. What ancient civilization built the Machu Picchu complex in Peru?
The Mayans?
No.
Aztecs?
No.
Incas?
Yes. In what 2000s year did Wikipedia launch?
2002, 3, 4.
No. Who is the only 3-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
Pass.
What does the winner of the Masters golf tournament receive?
Green jacket.
Yes. And with that, you got 4 correct, Donnie.
Also, Donnie, what's the name of your son?
Connor Earhart.
Yeah.
Connor, have a great day at school, man.
Donnie and Connor.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks, you guys.
Steve Migs?
Yes.
Are you feeling ready?
Oh, yeah!
How many days are in a leap year?
366.
Yes. What insect has killed the most humans?
Mosquitoes.
Yes. How many main styles of barbecue are there in the United States?
My goodness. 3?
No.
5?
No.
6?
No. What ancient civilization built the Machu Picchu complex in Peru?
The Mayans?
No.
The Egyptians?
No.
The Machu Picchu's?
No. In what 2000s year did Wikipedia launch?
2005.
No.
2004.
No.
2003.
No.
Damn it.
Who was the only 3-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Tina Turner?
No.
Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
Paul McCartney?
No. What does the winner of the Masters Golf Tournament receive?
A green jacket?
They do. What Washington city is known as the Apple capital of the world?
Stanwood?
No.
Puyallup?
No.
West Seattle?
No. Whose 1923 death made Calvin Coolidge the president?
Taft?
No.
Eisenhower?
No.
Roosevelt?
No. The $1 Million Quartet recordings took place in what U.S. city?
Man,
Detroit?
No. Steve? Wow. You got a massive 3-point score, and that is a loss. 4-3. Wow. Congratulations, Donnie and Connor.
All right.
I just did that so Connor could experience what it's like to have a dad that's a winner.
Yeah.
You know, that's. I'm just, as a fellow parent, I know how important those kind of moments are.
Sure.
I think I'm just still riding high from that 10, correct? And I just.
It's a big fall from grace there, Steve.
I think there's going to be a 30 for 30 about this.
The Incas, by the way, are the ones that built the Machu Picchu complex, and our friends knew that. They also knew that there are 4 main styles of barbecue in the United States.
I said 3, 5, and 6.
You just skipped right over it. Wikipedia launched in 2001. The only 3-time inductee of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Old Slow Hand.
Eric Clapton?
Yes.
I was trying to think of who's been in a few bands. Clapton and McCartney, I think those are good guesses.
They were good guesses. The Washington city known as the Apple capital of the world is Wenatchee.
Not Squim.
And Calvin Coolidge became president after Warren G. Harding passed away. And the $1 Million Quartet recordings took place in Memphis. Yes. Man, it felt good to hear somebody beat you this morning, and I hope it happens tomorrow as well. We're going to be at Sunrise Village in Puyallup. Oh, my God, how great would it be for Steve to lose in his own town?
Oh, he's going to. They might kick me out. I might have to move to Graham.
Oh, no. Come join us tomorrow at the Red Dog in Puyallup. We have all the details on our party at KISW.com.
The Daily Migs Show.
If you are a pet owner, we would love for you to call up now because we have a very simple question to ask you. 206-803-ROCK. Call now if you are the owner of pets. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after AC/DC. Tomorrow, we are going to be kicking it in Puyallup, hanging at the Red Dog in Sunrise Village. They have a dog as their mascot, which is awesome.
Yes.
And we're calling it Sunrise de Mayo. Of course, it's dog friendly.
And do they even have a dog menu, which I think I was just looking at it, which I think is really cute that they do that so you can spoil your dog. Like they have a TV dinner for dogs, which is a filet of fish, brown rice, and veggies, plus a doggy dessert. Or a top dog, which is all beef hot dog, or some kind of a dog cooked to perfection on a red dog frisbee.
Ooh.
Served on a frisbee. They also have a bowl of water, always from the faucet, never from the toilet. And that's free.
That's so great. And it leads us to our simple question. Let's start with Chandler from Tacoma. Chandler, what kind of animals do you have first?
So I have good morning, guys. Again, this is the second time I've called in today because I have the horrible commute from Tacoma to Bellevue. So,
all right, well, yeah, we're backed up on time. So tell us how you spoil your dog.
So I actually have a cat.
Okay.
And he's allowed to sleep under the covers with me when I go to bed.
That's awesome. And I don't think that's weird at all.
No. 206-803-ROCK. Bill from Graham, what dumb way do you spoil your pet?
I will feed them what I'm eating. So yesterday I stopped to watch the softball game. They each got a hot dog.
Nice.
At least you're not eating what they're eating.
Right.
But that would be weird.
206-803-ROCK. Dawn, delivering mail in Eatonville. How do you spoil your pet?
Well, we have a beagle, and she is very food-driven, so she doesn't get table scraps or anything, but she gets a ton of greenies. Too many, my husband thinks, and she does get to sleep with us, too.
Oh, I kind of sorry. Those greenies ain't cheap.
No, they're not at all.
It's ridiculous how much they charge.
206-803-ROCK. Tony from Port Orchard, our simple question, what way do you spoil your pet?
So, we just got a new kitten about 2 months ago, 8-week-old kitten, and my wife and I both work from home, so this kitten gets to sleep on one of our laps all day, every day, no matter what's going on.
That is the good life right there, for sure.
Spoiled life right there.
206-803-ROCK. Joshua in Gig Harbor, what dumb way do you spoil your pet?
Hey, guys. I give them treats, and I give her tennis balls that she likes tearing up, and I throw them for her. But, yeah.
Nice.
That's
We have
awesome.
tennis ball dogs, too.
Yeah. Do your dogs just destroy those balls?
Oh, they destroy everything.
That's what she
I mean, they destroy everything. They're 90 pounds.
Yeah, it's like even with DJ, it's like 20-something pounds. It's like any toy we get her, we're like, that's going to be done in about 24 hours.
We should see how long it takes them to get the squeaker out. Put a timer on and see whose dog is faster.
What do you do to spoil your pets?
Well, really, our neighbors do it because they buy really bougie treats for their animals, and then their animals oftentimes are so bougie themselves that they turn their nose up. So we just inherit the bougie treats from our neighbors and never have to buy any.
It's like keeping up with the car dog she in.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm really sorry.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that you are a massive music fan, but do you think you could name a song after only hearing a second of the hook? Prove it to us, and if you do, we're going to give you tickets to Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace on September 30th here in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
It's time for Hook or Shook, the game with absolutely no integrity. We'll play 1 second of a hook from a song, then you have to guess what it is. We'll bend the rules, pull out all the stops, and do anything to help you win. But you might just get shook, as one of us will play too and possibly cost you the game.
This week, we are playing for tickets to Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, and that show will be arriving at Climate Pledge Arena on September 30th. Say hello to our contestant this morning. It is Scott from Federal Way. What's up, Scott?
Hey, T-Dog. What's happening?
Yo, let's roll that wheel. Roll it, spin it, spin it.
Okay, Mrs. Durst. All right, the wheel's
rolling,
spinning.
rolling.
Who's it going to land on? Will it be T-Dog? Will it be Migsy? It's looking like it's going to be yours truly. And yes, Scott, it's you and me, baby.
Let's go, Mig.
All right, Scott, here is your clip.
Oh, I like that.
One more time.
One more time?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you need a hint. I'm going to guess that. Okay, so the band is one of the bands that you're playing for right now. The one with
Diary of Jane, Breaking Benjamin.
Ooh, he didn't even need you.
What are you talking about? It was my hint that got it right.
Nice work, guys. Good team.
Thank you. I got my wife helped me on that one.
What up, wife?
Way to throw me under the bus. I thought it was me that helped you. Scott, what's your wife's name?
Her name's Danielle. Say hi, Danielle.
What's up, Danielle? All right, so I assume that you're playing to win these tickets for both of you, so hopefully I can help you win those tickets.
All right, Steve, here is your clip.
Oh, man, I don't know it. I'm trying to think of... Let me know if you could give me a hint.
All right, so the name of the song is if you're a living thing, you're not a plant, you're a...
You're not a plant?
Yeah.
You're a cactus?
Oh, you're a living thing that's not a plant.
Oh, a living thing that's not a plant. An animal? Okay, I think I know where we're going. Let me ask you, is the band that did this song, are they also playing with Breaking Benjamin?
Yes.
3 Days Grace, Animal I've Become. It's like,
I'm not a plant, but I'm a cactus. Steve Migs, everyone.
all right, what would have been your guess? Well, you already knew the answer. I didn't hear the living part.
Okay.
I just heard I'm not a plant. I'm like, I don't know what the opposite of a plant would be.
Oh, boy.
The fact that this man wins on Beat Migs every morning, I don't know.
It's crazy. Scott, congratulations. You've won yourself some tickets to Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace at Climate Pledge Arena.
Awesome. Hey, can I give a quick shout out?
Absolutely.
to Lincoln Logging Tree Care in Ording. All my guys that work over there, Steven, Corey, Ethan, and Jake.
Nice. Well,
Those are the guys you want.
Shout out to Lincoln Log and what?
Lincoln Logging Tree Care.
That too. Lincoln Log and Tree Care. Do you guys have cactuses there?
Okay. The Daily Migs Show.
Have we talked about something this morning that you would like to talk about? Call in now. Our number is 206-803-ROCK, and we will be checking in with the Rockaholics after Smashing Pumpkins.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hate doing cardio? Try brushing and flossing your teeth. I'm not talking about building up a sweat. I'm talking about building a healthier mouth for a healthier heart, for a healthier you. Smile Generation. Trusted dentists look at your care through the lens of the mouth-body connection, because what happens in the mouth plays a critical role for the rest of your body. To find a dentist near you, committed to treating all of you, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today. And live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
This morning, we've received great calls and texts from you, and we're finally checking in with the Rockaholics. So please do call if you'd like to chime in on something from the show today, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us. 206-803-ROCK. Earlier today, we were talking about reasons the cops were called on you, and we have someone on hold with an epic story. But first, we have our friend Amanda calling from the Red Dog in Puyallup ahead of our party tomorrow. What's up, Amanda?
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
We're doing great. We're one day away from our party over at your spot. Are you guys ready for us?
I am super excited. I am almost ready. Today is a day of putting new beers on the tap wall, and I've got some amazing beers and ciders coming in for tomorrow.
What are some of the highlights?
Well, we're going to have quite a few breweries come out and talk to guests. We've got Sea Pine with their beer, Bellbreaker, Icicle. We've got Schilling coming out, and we're going to have their pink lemonade on tap. Yeah. And, of course, the men's room, Black Raven.
Nice.
Yeah. That's all the heavy hitters right there.
You know, the weather's nice. When you said the pink lemonade, I'm like, sold. Nice weather. It sounds like a great idea to be drinking one of those. It's going to be a blast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Amanda, thanks again for letting us throw Sunrise de Mayo at your spot. We're so pumped.
We are, too. We're super excited. We've been getting ready all week and preparing.
Nice. Well, hopefully we don't let you down.
We'll just blame it on Danny.
You will.
Well, we're looking forward to meeting you, coming to check out the spot as well. And like we told everybody, it's pet friendly, it's kid friendly. You got a dog menu. It's going to be a blast. We're looking forward to hanging out over at the Red Dog tomorrow from noon to 2.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to having you guys.
Thanks,
Lots
Amanda.
of great things going on. You're welcome.
Yeah, rock on.
We'll see you soon.
206-803-ROCK. Tom from Olympia, you've got a story about the time that the cops were called on you. What happened?
So my grandson was living here, and with my daughters were here, and my grandson was just being a little brat, just talking back like he usually did. And I told him, I said, you know what? If you don't stop talking back, I'm going to duct tape you to a pole. And he started laughing, and he said, go ahead and duct tape me to a pole. And I said, all right. So went and grabbed a roll of duct tape, and we walked out to the pole, and I started duct taping him up. And in the beginning, he thought it was really funny, but by the time I got about, halfway up the body, he was starting to cry pretty bad. And by the time I got all the way to the neck, he was bawling like a baby.
What in the living hell are we doing here?
So, if you say you're going to do it, you got to do it.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe just don't say you're going to do that, though.
Well, you know what? It was a stupid thing to say. So, this is happening, so I came in and I got a knife and I cut him loose. But while this was happening, my daughters were upstairs and they were watching it, and they called the police on me.
Your daughters called the cops?
Yeah. So the sheriff shows up at my front door here a little while later. Well, my grandson and I are sitting here watching something on TV or whatever. Everything's fine. And the cops are like, yeah, we got a report that there was a kid duct taped to a pole. And I said, oh yeah, that's him. I duct taped him to a pole. And they're like, well, why'd you do that? And I told them why. And they're like, did you really say he could do that? And he said, yeah, I told him he could do it. And they said, all right, well, have a good day.
I just like that you went from the feet all the way up to the neck and turned him into a little, chrysalis. Like a cocoon.
He was like mummified.
What was Grandma doing while all this is going on?
She knew it was going on. And she was just, she's like, well, you told him he could duct tape you with a pole. I'm not going to stop it.
I love that so much.
So I'm going to go bake a pie.
Have you ever been in that situation, though, where you're like, I said I was going to do the thing,
Yes.
now I have to do the thing. What was the thing?
It was just like throwing away a toy. Like I remember I threatened something to Tatum, and then Sid's she's adamant about that. Like kind of like this guy, Grant, not saying I'm going to duct tape, but she's like, if we say we're going to do something, we have to do it. Otherwise, these are just empty promises. I'm like, wow, I was brought up. It was just a lot of empty promises. So I decided that's the way that's how I was brought up. So I didn't know. So she's like, we have to do it. I'm like, well, crap. It definitely changes the way you discipline a kid because you're just like, well, whatever I say, I'm going to have to follow through with.
Yes.
So I can't wait to tell my daughter I'm going to duct tape her to a pole.
Oh, no.
What about you?
Ours was this one time, Barrett was in a mood and he was being a little brat and he threw a couple of his toys across the room. And I was like, if you do that one more time, I'm taking every single toy out of your room and taking it away from you until you can shape up.
No.
And I did. I took every single toy, put it into the bins, and hauled it outside as he's just bawling. I literally emptied his room of any toys, and all he had left was books. And I was like, you know what? You want to be entertained? You can read, kid.
Who wants to do that? I'm calling CPS on you, making your child read. That's messed
And
up.
then I gave him back eventually.
One of my favorites was Sid did one of those, she threatened something, and Tatum was still acting a fool. And so it's like, Sid's just like, all right, and went into the closet, grabbed it, threw it away, and Tatum starts crying, of course. And I'll be honest, I got a little emotional too because that thing cost me like $60. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, can you run by what you're gonna do so I can let you know how much that cost before you throw it away?
Ouch.
The Daily Migs Show.
Only one more sleep, Steve Migs, until we're going to Puyallup. We're going to be hanging out at the Red Dog in Sunrise Village, and we're calling it Sunrise de Mayo.
We can hang out with Amanda and all the great people over at the Red Dog.
And dogs.
And the dogs.
And kids.
Mm-hmm.
Party details at KISW.com, and we'll see you tomorrow at noon. Last weekend, Team KISW was walk-in and walk-MS in Seattle, and we took a picture while we were there.
Can people still donate?
They absolutely can, Steve
Okay,
Migs.
cool.
You can go to walkms.org and find it very easily right there. And if you check out the picture on our Instagram, at Daily Migs, you'll see the four of us in front of a little backdrop there.
And it's one of those kind of pictures where they have all the different props. So we put on like the silly glasses, the silly wigs. Like you have a giant ear. I have the giant sunglasses on. Danny's got, well, actually that was natural. His hair is always orange now.
And your daughter Tatum is in the photo. She has her cute little, is it a cat helmet?
Yeah, it's like that wasn't part of the props. She was just wearing that at all times like it's a baseball cap.
And then she has like a Greek, like crown of leaves on top of the helmet.
Yes.
So yeah, we're dressed to impress, obviously. But since we found out about this trend where you let the robots roast you, we decided to put that picture into Chat GPT and see if the robots would, let us have it a little bit.
And we figured who better to do it than the man that was known for his epic roast, the late, great Gilbert Gottfried. So Robot Gilbert is now roasting. First off, to just talk about the picture in general. Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You think this was a charity walk, but it looks more like the cast of a rejected Yo Gabba Gabba reboot wandered off set.
Not wrong.
It's pretty accurate, honestly.
All right, next up, Taryn Daly. Are you ready?
Oh, God.
Taryn Daly with that giant ear. That poor stupid hippie cannot Tune out Steve waxing poetic about the Hulkster at WrestleMania 3 and Danny's obsession with Fallout Boy.
Well, you got off a little easy.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
And also, it does drive me crazy that Hulk Hogan says he's the first person to slam Andre the Giant when many people... Never mind, sorry.
Oh, boy.
Next up, yours truly.
Steve Migs in those absurd pink glasses, giving off Dad went to Burning Man once and one shut up about it vibes. The man looks like he's hosting Coachella in a Denny's parking lot.
Thanks, Gilbert.
I mean, that's, again, pretty accurate.
Now, Danny.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Here we go.
Danny V, dressed like an escaped traffic cone from an emo construction site. The on-air sweatshirt screams, I have a podcast no one asked for, while the orange wig says, I like to role play as Carrot Top with my girlfriend. I'm not kink-shaming. It's given me a stiffy, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay, that was just a lie. I don't have a podcast.
Everything else about that, completely true. And he actually had something to say about my daughter,
No.
Tatum.
Take it easy. She's 5.
Poor Tatum, the only one with fashion sense. Her face says, why is everyone dressed like a cartoon villain at a rave? Can I just walk in peace without being mistaken for a carnival act?
Oh, good job, Gilbert, not insulting my daughter. Otherwise, we'd have some words in the afterlife.
Let's go.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
A man won big in the lottery, but then he got arrested. Why would something like that happen? You'll find out during the Daily Migs download after Sublime.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMV is brought to you by Palace Law. And man, talk about from the high of highs to the low of lows. This happened in Florida just one day after somebody won $167.3 million through Powerball. That man, he ended up getting arrested. Why? Any guesses?
No, I have no guesses.
Danny, any guesses?
I don't know. Try to ride an alligator? Is that illegal?
I think it's legal to do that in Florida and only in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out through ABC 36 with the report.
A lucky Powerball winner setting lottery history in Kentucky is now in a Florida jail just days after winning more than $160 million. According to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office in Florida, James Farthing is facing charges, including battery on a law enforcement officer, while breaking up a fight involving Farthing and another person. A deputy of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office was kicked in the face by Farthing.
Who's getting into fights? I'd be like just in the best mood. I'd be buying everybody drinks.
I'd already be on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah, definitely not going to be fighting with people after I just won the lottery.
That affidavit was filed April 30th. That's 2 days after it was announced that Farthing won the $167 million ticket.
Now, his girlfriend, who was with him, I guess, in the lottery photo, she was also arrested for trying to fight some bar patrons. Now, I understand why she got into a fight. I don't know if you know her name.
No.
Her name is Jacqueline. I'm not kidding. Her last name is Fight Master.
That's like the best last name ever.
Especially if you get into fights. You want to mess with me? Look at my ID. I'm Fight Master.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that person. Kohl's has had to say goodbye to their new CEO, Ashley Buchanan, due to some highly unusual business deals that involved a romantic partner, according to the report. There were some very weird vendor transactions that involved some conflicts of interest, and the conflict involved Chandra Holt, who Buchanan met as a colleague, and Holt is the founder of a thing called Incredibrew, which is a coffee brand.
So were they using the coffee brand in exchange? They were having little
boom boom. Strange times.
Give me some of that dark roast, baby.
Oh. Yeah, so they had to let him go.
They let him go, but they already announced a new CEO. The new CEO is Jacqueline Fightmaster. Hey, so Mariners are playing. The red-hot Seattle Mariners are in Texas. Hopefully the winning ways continue for our Seattle Mariners. As far as weather, hitting a high of 69.
Nice.
It's going to be sunny. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Looking for a job is lonely. Endless searching, phone calls that go nowhere, applications that vanish into thin air. What if you could link with dozens of local companies who are hiring right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, endless opportunities, and no fees ever for job seekers. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a